first off, let's address the big elephant in the room here. The legendary Nigel Farage, as I mentioned, has recently had his UK bank accounts closed without proper justification other than a puny statement detailing that his daringly contrarian views don't align with those of his commercial bank. Daniel, far be it from me to call for more government in anything, but do you think at this point Western governments should step in to enforce some sort of political impartiality within the corporate sector?
Well, we've got a huge issue here, Daisy, as you've established, where Nigel Farage has been targeted not because of any financial issue or any accusations of wrong undertakings on his behalf, but simply because of his political views. And he's an existential threat to the establishment, as he did demonstrate with Brexit. And they've been after him ever since then. And this is not only an attack on Nigel Farage, but it's a message being sent to anybody that dares to stick their neck out and challenge the politically correct orthodoxies of the financial, media and political establishment. And the question here is, well, where does it end? As the IPA's John Roscombe wrote recently in the Australian Financial Review, what if a bank, for example, or what if an electricity company, for example, says, well, we're not going to provide power to your house because you've written online that you're sceptical about climate change, for example. We've already got banks in Australia that are saying they're not going to lend money to mining projects or to farming projects because of the asserted impact they have on the environment and on climate. And so this is a real concern because the financial sector should be aimed at generating a commercial return, but now they're focused on generating a political return. And as you've rightly identified, this is leading calls among many in our society and others around the West for governments to be involved in what banks can and cannot do. Now, there's lots of risks associated with that, but you can clearly understand why people are concerned. And as you've rightly established, if they can come after Nigel Farage, who has the capacity to fight back and is, but most people do not, and they will certainly come after mainstream Australians once they've knocked off the leaders.